Bonjour, Park Worldwide. It's time for your news at noon. It's week 12. It's the 21st of March. Big steal of the day today, Prismatic. This set of earrings and necklace has an $80 retail value. And when you place any order, it automatically comes up for $7. What an incredible value while supplies last. Take advantage of Prismatic today. And the lucky bracelet, those of you who have tracked it 500 every week for the 4 weeks of March, we're in the last week. You do this last week, or if you're a new stylist who started this month and you have over 2,000 in sales for the entire month, that's net non, this beautiful piece, the lucky bracelet, is yours. And there's a style drop. It's the Sky Mini Impressions bracelet. It is just $35 with a qualifying purchase and is brand new, beautiful Easter-related colors. And if you question what your style drops and specials are available, this is from a stylist's back office today, this morning, when I was doing order entry under monthly specials. I hit the question mark. This is what comes up. So there's our steal of the day. There's the Mini Sky Impressions, along with other ones. Great, easy place for you to check of value adds for your customers. And hey, St. Thomas, if you're tracking, if you want to be there, still 2.5 months in this contest. Just back from Paris. What an incredible trip. Park Lane's trips, while incentive trips that someone else pays for you to travel, are always amazing. It really has, over the last few years, stepped up, as our Arthur Levine, your international champion, has been responsible for everything in fulfillment of those trips. Next, we go to Dublin, Ireland, September. We stay at one of only 3 5-star hotels in that entire country of Ireland. And that's where we're going to be. You can be there too. The Fisherman's Reef Marriott is just an incredible property. It's the big hotel up on the hill. And you can be there if you're tracking for that, or you're someone who is part of a team that's working towards that. Just what an incredible just experience of a lifetime you can be part of, to be on a Park Lane trip. Now, got great tools to help you. Double bonus items at 60. They continue this last week of March. Don't know about April, but this week take advantage of them, as well as double thank you gifts. Double thank you gifts continue through the end of the March commission month. And for those of you, really, if you've been on track for the bracelet, you know that 2,000 or more for internationals for the month gets you the stellar necklace. I saw Jen Bond was wearing this one night. Just incredible. What an incredible piece. It's the North Star. Please, if you can qualify for that, just another great perk of Park Lane. Next week, we introduce April. So next Thursday, tune in early, because we're going to have everything new for April and all the new promotions and maybe some surprises. Because as we mentioned, we are in the last week of the March commission month. What comes in next Wednesday, the 27th, the end of March, and then we go to February. And that means it's time for 2 weeks of recognition. And we begin with week 2. That was last week. No news at noon last week with us in Paris. It took at least 1,000 to get in this group. Number 1 at $2,000. Here we go. Number 10 from Canada and Enduring Elegance, Holly Neville. Number 9 from the UK and the Park Lane Stars, Louise Middleton. Number 8 with a new Facebook profile that's less than a week old because it's from Paris. Number 8 from Park Lane, Mexico, Linda Rosa Montano. She was there with her husband and her 2 kids. Amazing. Number 7 from Australia and the Park Lane Rebels, Sandra Hudson. Number 6 from Canada in Enduring Elegance, Sarah Plastina Faccini. Number 5 from Park Lane, Mexico, Maria Teresa Soler. Number 4 from Canada, she was in Paris as well, from Enduring Elegance, Karen Telber. Number 3 from the Park Lane Rebels in Australia, she took the cash option for the Paris trip, but number 3 last week from the Rebels, Wendy Jamney. Number 2, last week's number 1, she's on fire again from the Park Lane Rebels in Australia. Congratulations, Rain Cook. And number one for week 2, last week of March. Congratulations from Blue Sky Sales in Canada, Pam Waterston. And then we go to what came in this Wednesday, just yesterday. It took at least $13.89 to get in this group. Number one had sales of almost $3,000. Here we go. We have something that never happens. We have two at number 10 that were tied at $13.89 exactly, even no difference of a penny. And they're also both from the same franchise in Canada. Number 10B at $13.89, Pam Waterston. And 10A from Blue Sky Sales as well. Congratulations, Danita D'Onofrio. Number 9 from the Park Lane Rebels in Australia, Joanne Egan. Number 8 this week. She's a brand new stylist. This was her launch from Blue Sky Sales, Val Vazquez. Number 7 from Australia and the Park Lane Rebels, Rowena Galley. Number 6, also from the Rebels, Wendy Jamney. Number 5, also from the Rebels, Angie Dawson. Number 4, also from the Rebels at $2,400, Rain Cook. Number 3, from Canada in Enduring Elegance, Aisha Hadaway. Number 2 from Enduring Elegance in Canada as well. Congratulations, Bev Thiessen. And number 1 this week at $3,000 from Down Under the Park Lane Rebels. She's from Sydney, Australia. Congratulations to this week's number 1, Amy Fairbrother. Congratulations to all of our top 10 over these last 2 weeks. And that means it's time for our 1-minute moments that matter. We're doing a series over the last couple weeks about how to decide what is best, live versus virtual. And again, live events, live shows happen in person. Attendees come together in one physical location. Virtual events take place online with participants logging in from all over the country. Duh, you kind of know that. But 2 weeks ago, we talked about the advantages and disadvantages of each. Being armed with all that information, let's stop dreaming about it and create a 5-step action plan, how we can take this new information we've acquired and be better equipped to go out and schedule more shows, right? So what's that 5-step action plan? Well, here you go. You can count them on one hand. Number 1, create and have ready your hot list. If you haven't done this lately and you think back to any of our Sparkle conventions in the training, any really great recruiter, really great booker always has a hot list. Now, you may have heard the acronym of FRANKS, friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, your kids' friends, parents, and your spouse's friends. That's one place you can go. You can go to past hostesses, past customers, but you should have a list. You should have a hot list of people that you need to call to schedule events. So that's the first step. If you don't already have that, please get that together. Second, look at that list and define, prioritize, what's your goal. You want to think about your goal for each potential hostess or show. Does your show need to be face-to-face to have the best effect on the audience? Is it a repeat hostess, so you want to do something different? Is it a new stylist launch show, which tends to be very successful virtually? That's second, prioritize and figure out what's your goal. Third, when you look at that potential hostess and the people she would invite, think about your audiences. Think about their age, where they're at, their technical abilities, their preferences. For younger audiences, a virtual event can be easier to attend as they may be more tech savvy and real familiar with virtual event platforms and interfaces. There is no carbon footprint on a virtual show, and that matters in many countries to many people. An online event also makes it easier for attendees to ask questions, to interact. This is key to engaging a younger demographic. But part 2 of that question is, and who are your audience? On the other hand, if you have an older audience or one from a different social or cultural backgrounds, then a live show may work best, as they're likely to prefer it over online due to, personal preferences. So look at your audience and think about that. Step number 4, always important to consider, what is your hostess's budget? We may not think of that first and foremost, but budget is a key factor when it comes to deciding between a live or a virtual event or hybrid, at least for the potential hostess. We're really overcoming objections in advance by doing this. So you're going to have not 20 calls that you call and maybe get one booking. You're going to get a booking for every 3 or 4 calls you make because you've done this in advance with your hot list. Live events can get expensive very quickly, especially if they're putting on a big spread. Not that they have to. So consider the budget for the hostess and ask her. I mean, it's always great to ask, what is your budget for this? Do you want to spend any money for refreshments or not? And number 5, what is your timeline and how quickly do you want to book? So if you're looking at your diary and you're thinking, well, I don't have anything next week. And then, in April, I know there's going to be great stuff going on. Virtual events are much quicker to put in place. We know that. You've seen that. You can add a virtual event in a few days. And if you're doing a live, that may take a little bit longer. Lives can be put together fairly quickly, but traditionally, they take a little bit longer to invite and find out who's going to be there. So now our close becomes, if you've done those 5 steps and you're ready, now you're ready to start contacting people. And your close changes. It now becomes, remember, this is not asking a yes or no question. That's the key. In sales, in influencing people, if you've never learned anything else from me, it's that you never ask a yes or no question. Because if you're marketing primarily to women, which we are, 95% of the time you get a no answer the first time you ask them any question. So we change that. We don't ask a yes or no question. Thinking of your friends and the people you'll invite soon, do you think an exciting live in-person show would be best? Or would your friends better enjoy the convenience of a virtual online Park Lane get-together? That's our close. And then be comfortable in the silence and wait to hear what they say. This 5-step plan with this new close can make a big difference in you filling your diary with upcoming Park Lane events. And trust me, there's lots of reasons to do that. Hey, if you want to get more content, check out Tom Park Lane on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook page. Thanks for watching this week's News at Noon.